broke me and stepped on me and spat on me. That was not on purpose, but she loves Stray Kids now. No! What are you doing? Life is silly and cute and adorable like that sometimes. Do you see this right here? It's a pile. Can we talk about how much of a fangirl I look right now? Hey guys, it's Laurel, and I haven't done a gratitude favorites video in a minute because life really comes at you fast. I'm trying my best to be vulnerable online, but not overshare. So we're working on that. So I'm not going to tell you everything in the nitty gritty, but let me tell you, it's been a little difficult to keep up with everything. So here we are, ready to tell you about the things that make me happy to be alive, because these videos always make me happy to be alive. If you guys are new here, hi, welcome. My name's Laurel. My pronouns are she, they, and every month, loosely, we like to do our monthly favorites or a monthly gratitude, where we talk about the things that happened the month previously that made me feel grateful, and our memories I don't want to forget, products I use that made me feel my best, things that happened, people I met, music I listened to, etc. So we're gonna do that. The last video was in 2023. So we have to get through December, January, February, and March right now. So let's get into it. I think gratitude is something that is so important to practice in your daily life, to remind you to stay present and to remind you to stay hopeful, grateful, happy here. Starting with December. First thing that I'm grateful for is not just something that happened in December, but it started happening more frequently in December and honestly hasn't stopped since. Late night FaceTime calls with my friend Mara. I love FaceTiming my pals in general. I'm a FaceTime girly. I prefer to FaceTime over text. I just don't know how to be present in text messages. I don't know how to reach out to people via text messages unless it's for a work thing or a plan that we already made thing. Like, I'm just really bad at texting. So like FaceTime is it for me, okay? Especially like body doubling, co-working. I get more work done when somebody's just there. And Mara and I have been doing that. Like, either we spend our days FaceTiming so we both can be productive, or we spend our nights like watching K-pop stuff together. And it brings me so much joy. It makes me feel so much less alone, and it's just really, really nice. And I'm really grateful that someone who was brought into my life via work ended up becoming one of my best friends. Life is silly and cute and adorable like that sometimes. Next thing on my list, oh, it's so sad because it's like almost basically over. Hopefully, if this is out before May 11th, you guys can still see the last extension of this. In December, we finished recording Beyond the Brook, which was a TTRPG-esque podcast video structure series that I was a part of that was inspired by Over the Garden Wall. We told a really wholesome, bittersweet, energizing, eerie story in 10 episodes. I can't articulate how I feel about being a part of this project. Like, it has meant the world to me. It healed my inner child. I'm really not exaggerating with that. Please do yourself a favor and go follow the link in the description to go binge it on YouTube. This series, being a part of it, was such a treasure and a joy to me. All of it's improvised. This group of people was so talented. I was honored to be a part of the storytelling with them. Like, oh God, we were really a family, and I miss them every day that we don't record anymore. On May 11th, we're gonna do a talk back where we talk about everything and do some interview questions and all that jazz, and I'll put all the information in the description if I have it. But like, literally, I don't think this is a TTRPG series I will likely forget anytime soon. I'm so grateful for the experience, and I'm so grateful to have met this group of people. I hadn't worked with any of them except for Maddie, because they're obviously one of my IRL friends as well, but everybody else was so welcoming and amazing, and we were so concerned about consent on and off screen, and like everything about the experience was healing and comforting and wonderful. And playing Angie was such a joy. Like, Angie is a character that I will always hold so dear in my heart. Oh my God, she was everything to me. Okay, what did I watch in December? Now, this is a big question. because this derailed my whole life, and I'm not exaggerating, because I got so addicted to this show that I couldn't think about anything but the show, and I couldn't edit, and I couldn't stream, and I couldn't work, and I couldn't clean. I had to just binge this show. And it's also the reason why I've only watched one other K-drama since. Destined with You on Netflix. Oh my goodness, what a wild ride. That is my first experience in K-drama world, and I had no idea. I had no idea, dude. The show was awesome. It was so funny. It was so cute and romantic and silly to see the main male character go from this stern, serious character to so playful. He was so playful. The main character was great too. Like, she was so relatable and dorky and positive. I don't know. Like, I really loved it. I really, really loved it. But this show really took so many different turns. It was slice of life. It was romance. And then it was horror and sci-fi and supernatural. And then history. I don't know. It's just, wow. Super fun show. Really had me in a chokehold in December. Okay, wait, my new addiction started in December and I haven't stopped. I am now addicted to watching cleaning and decluttering videos on YouTube. I don't know, something about watching these videos has made me motivated to clean and declutter my life. Has it worked? No. I'm really stuck in the in-between process right now where everything is in piles. In my whole house, you see this right here? It's a pile. There's stuff I'm keeping, stuff I want to display, and stuff I want to sell and or donate. And my whole entire house is like that right now. Help me. Save me. Get me out of here. But I mean it, guys. I'm at this point in my life where I want to reset my island like it's Animal Crossing. I just want to be back to like the bare minimum and just the things that spark joy, and I want to get rid of everything else. So if you guys have any ideas on how to do that quickly, let me know. Last thing in December, first of all, in general, I'm so grateful for fan art, y'all. If you guys ever feel inspired to draw me, please do. Please tag me wherever you decide to post it. In December, Nettie, one of our regulars on Twitch, drew this of me. And I've never felt more seen and hotter in my life. Like, she even got my tattoos. My tattoos, dude. That outfit is so me. I feel like a witch. I feel like a queen. A god, if you will. Anyway, please and thank you, guys. Thank you for your fan art. Like, I mean, hold on. Look at this. Becky made this for me. I feel so seen. This is all my hyperfixations put in one, okay? Like, everything about this is me. And I want to either frame it or put it on my wall over here. But my room is such a mess because of all the piles. So we got to figure it out. Thank you for sharing your gifts with me. Like, it is such a gift to be able to create art, and to choose me as the subject is the biggest compliment I will ever receive from y'all. So thank you. Moving on to January of 2024, I started a new show that I hadn't seen yet on Netflix called Singles Inferno, because now we're in the world of Korean entertainment, and this is a Korean reality dating show. And it was refreshing. Okay, I actually started with season 3 and then watched 2 and then watched 1. I don't know why. I just did. At the time, like, some of the people from the 3rd season were like trending on TikTok, so it caught my interest. And I loved it. I binged it so fast. It's so interesting to see how like slowly people can move and how it can still be entertaining, because it's more just about talking and getting to know each other and getting to know what each other's looking for. That added with like the survival-esque challenges and stuff. My only gripe is that I wish there was more challenges, because that itched a part of my brain. I needed more challenges, but I really, really liked it. So you know how in December I was watching decluttering videos and talking about wanting to start over, and something about that led me to starting over my Animal Crossing New Horizons island. And you know what? It was one of the best decisions I've ever made, because I am addicted to the game again. It feels like refreshing and new again and exciting again. And it's a fun little way for me to end my night every night. It helps me fall asleep. I do my little tasks. I make sure I get all my fossils every day. I go to my mystery island. I check the thingamajig. What is it called? The ATM thing every day. And then I'm sleepy. And then I go to bed. And it's the best way to wind down for the night. I did show you guys a little bit of my beginner island in my most recent P.O. Box video if you'd like to see it. And we did get Sherb to the island thanks to Pearly. for her present in my P.O. box. Oh yeah, and guys, in January, I also went on a trip with some of my friends that was completely unplugged. Like, completely. We didn't post on socials. We only took pictures that were for us. We did take a trip to the Kpop store because obviously we had to do that. But it was so refreshing and such a good reminder to touch grass and not exist on the internet. And it has really opened my eyes to a lot of things about myself and about how I've been feeling about social media and the internet and my job. And it's really shown me that I want to be more present in my real life and step away from some of the parts of social media that hurt me mentally. That's not YouTube. That's not fully streaming. It just feels good to know this, but I'm still figuring out how to move forward. We love learning new stuff about ourselves every day of our lives, okay? One thing in this world is known, and that is that no matter what, change will happen. It will occur, and it's healthy. Okay. February of 2024. Guys, in February, we hit 40K subs on our YouTube channel. What are we at right now, actually? Wait, everybody hold. We just hit 42,000 as I speak. We are at 42,016 subscribers on YouTube right now. Wild. YouTube has been a wild ride for me because I've gone through so many changes and adapting and etc. since I've started my journey here. And I'm really happy with where we're at right now. I'm still working on balance and consistency and when to have my editor do stuff instead of me editing stuff. It's a whole thing. But the content I'm making, I am proud of. I'm excited about. I'm excited to film it. I'm excited to post it. I'm excited to talk about it. It feels good. So thank you guys so much for 40,000 and now 42,000. I'm lucky to have each and every one of you here. So sound off in the comment section below if you'd like to. Let me know how long you've been here and what your favorite video of mine is so far. Yeah, tell me which video of mine is your favorite. That would be a fun little scientific assessment. Or don't. You don't have to comment at all because lurking is okay too. Also, when I hit 40K subscribers, that happened the same day as my Gays and Theys Palentine's Day party that my friends and I throw every year. We were having this like cute little time and my friend Hannah was being so suspicious in the kitchen. I remember being like, what's going on? Like, I'm just trying to eat. She's like, what are you trying to eat? I'm like, I don't know. I'm looking at these cupcakes. And she's like, okay. And then she pushed me out of the kitchen. She was like, go sit down over there for a little bit. And it was because everybody was trying to light a little candle and surprise me and wish me congratulations. And that moment was really validating because it really proved to me that I am surrounded by some of the most considerate people ever. I'm really grateful for my friend group. They've stuck with me through a lot of changes. And I'm just grateful for them for understanding me and sticking around. Don't cry. Don't cry. This friend group in particular has been one of the most important constants in my life, and I'm just really lucky to have them. So, no more crying. The next thing on my list was that party, by the way. We do it every year. It gets gayer and gayer every year, and I love that too. We always end up watching the L Word. By the end of it, and I've never sat down and watched the series, so my experience with that show is basically just popping in when it's convenient, and we just drink and do other things and have a gay old time. In February, I got my most recent tattoo. My first stick and poke. Look at this. At this point, it's like a tradition for me and my friend Olivia to go out on flash days together and get a tattoo together, and I messaged her like I think in January, and I was like, listen, you know there's going to be a flash day on Valentine's Day. If you see any you like, let me know. Let's go get them together. And that's what I did for my first tattoo because I suck at scoping that stuff out. We just have good teamwork. Like, she makes it happen, I show up. And I'm grateful for her. And we had so much fun. The girls who did each of our stick and pokes were the coolest, most down-to-earth tattoo artists ever. We just laughed and talked the whole time. And I love how it looks, but I don't like how it felt, okay? I thought this would be more painful, but something about the stick and poke was a struggle for me. But I love how it turned out. I'm grateful. Will I get a stick and poke again? Great question, but probably. February of 2024 was also the return of self-love photo shoots. I took a break from them for a while because I really wasn't feeling myself, and I'm trying to get back in the era of feeling myself again, and this helped. It always helps, guys. Drinking a little champagne, smoking a little something something, putting on some lingerie and getting in a bathtub, I don't know, it always does something for me. So yeah, if you haven't seen those pictures, they're on Instagram. Okay, last thing in February, we restarted our 100 baby challenge on The Sims 4. That is mainly what I'm streaming on Twitch now. I'm having so much fun. I made myself into a sim and created a family. And we're doing the Black Widow version now, so every man that gets me pregnant dies. I don't know, it was a fun added layer, and it's actually made the game so much more entertaining. Not because we're killing them, but because like it adds this element of like stress, because we have to kill them before the baby is born, and we turn it into channel points. You guys get to name them, and it's a whole thing, and I love it. And I love The Sims again. I'm really out here spending all my time thinking about K-pop or The Sims or Animal Crossing. Finally, we are in March of 2024. March is usually when the Ren Faire starts here, my closest one that I love to go to, and it's the first thing on my list for this month. Every time I go there, man, I find my people. That is my chosen family. People at the Ren Faire are the best people in the world. They're weird and they're different and they're interesting. They're open for connection and engagement and vibes. And it's so hard to have a bad time there. So I'm so grateful for the fair. I'm grateful for my friends that I go with. I'm grateful for the vibes. And also, it was my first time going as a clown. And you know what? That was the best decision I've ever made, and I think I'm a permanent Ren Faire clown. I had so much fun. Also, last month was the official birth of my drag queen persona, Reverse Cowgirl. It's my third time doing drag. I was invited to duet on the Grackle Games once again with my friend Gator Gore. We did a mashup of a Casey Musgrave song and a Chaperone song, and it was the best time ever. I'm so grateful. I was met with lots of kind compliments from all of the drag queens and the audience, and I also created my official Instagram for Reverse Cowgirl. Verse for short, I guess. That's my persona. I don't know how much time I'm going to be able to commit to drag. I wish I could do it more because it makes me so happy, but it's just hard to juggle with everything I have going on. But like literally the coolest I've felt is with this makeup on, and it's always so fun. So you guys know that I just got back from a 2-week trip that was not a vacation. It was mentally and emotionally very draining. There were great moments and great things that happened, but it was a hard 2 weeks for me and it burned me out. The reason that I'm bringing this up is because the next thing on my list is my emotional support K-pop boys and traveling with them. And you might be like, how are you traveling with your K-pop boys? I'm like, bitch, they've got little stuffed animal versions of them, and they got little holdable photo cards of them, okay? I am so grateful that Mara was like, make sure you bring a skazoo. I packed a little dwecky. I had my Leebit keychain. I had Yuno and Bang Chen photo cards. I don't know, guys. I used to think that was like such like a silly little added addition to being a K-pop stan, but I will say it was like a reminder of home. Not that these boys are home, but at home I have all of this. And at home I'm surrounded by K-pop stuff because that's what makes me happy. So it was nice on the hard moments to end my day, lay in bed with my dwecky. It was nice to like be out and about with family, and maybe I'm having a harder time and look in my purse and see a photo card and be reminded of my chosen family who love K-pop with me, and to be reminded of you guys who love K-pop with me, and to be reminded of the boys who inspire me to be better and work hard and enjoy life in its own ways, and this other version of me that I don't get to show off as much around my family. Little side note, forced my family to listen to K-pop on this trip a few times. My mom is now a stay. That was not on purpose, but she loves Stray Kids now. That just happened. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I watched another K-drama because I was struggling and needed to do something in the hotel rooms on this trip. So I ended my nights with a little bit of Animal Crossing, a little bit of Dwecky cuddles, and a little bit of my demon. Guys, I binged that show in 3 days. I am ashamed of how fast I binged that show. It was so good. Tell me why the chemistry between the two leads were so good. Okay, first of all, Destined with You was such a good introduction to K-dramas, but My Demon was so down my alley because it had like horror aspects and religious trauma aspects. The main actress was so pussy mama slay, boss bitch, gorgeous, queen, iconic goddess, huntress. I loved her. And she was so funny. God, she was such a good actress. Like, there were moments where I'd be like, she is so natural on camera. And it would take me aback. Like, oh, she was so good. This show isn't just romance and horror and like supernatural. It also tackles grief because the show starts with her losing a loved one. I feel like I am still going through grief of losing people that were really important to me. And going through watching this show while I was going through the emotional stuff I was going through with family, it was my therapy. Truly, it unlocked something. I was sobbing like every other episode. That show broke me and then put me back together and then broke me and then glued me back together like a little delicate flower and then broke me and stepped on me and spat on me and then put me back together. It was a toxic relationship, kind of, actually. Now that I say it like that. But I had so much fun, okay? It was a great time. The show's really good. Go watch it. It's on Netflix. And last thing on my list are things at my grandma's house. We're in a phase that I don't want to talk about much. It means cleaning out attics and going through old stuff and rediscovering stuff of mine that I forgot I had. Like my Bratz ski lodge. God, I loved that thing. I used to play with that every single night as a kid. I would have so many Bratz parties at my Bratz ski lodge, okay? It made me fantasize about one day becoming a ski bunny girly and meeting my boyfriend or girlfriend or partner or whatever at the ski resorts, okay? I loved that thing. It was so exciting to see it again. Also, like, all of my plushies, I had way more than I took pictures of. I ended up only keeping a few. I didn't take them home with me. They're going to be shipped to me. But to find my Steamboat Willie again, I had no idea where he went. I am a Disney adult. A big thing for me is that my grandma's favorite character is Minnie. Anytime I see Minnie, I think of her. So I had to keep all of my stuffed animals of Mickey and Minnie for that reason alone, just for grandma. My Dumbo pillow pet, is that what they were called? I don't remember. I didn't know I bought that. I'm going to be so honest. I don't remember buying it. But to know that I've had it and I've wanted it for years, let me tell you, when I went to Disney last, I was telling people, I was like, if you see a Dumbo pillow pet, that's what I want. I already owned it and it was stuffed in my grandma's attic. And then I got some new fun stuff. My parents went to the Ren Faire before I was born, and they know how much the Ren Faire means to me now. So they gave me some of their Ren Faire mugs. This is from 1993. Homemade and glazed. Beautiful. Got these two, which are perfect for having at my actual Ren Faire campsite by the fire. Stainless steel, are you kidding? I'm obsessed. I love them so much. Like, literally, they're perfect. Perfect for the immersion. And then, last but not least, I have a little gift from my grandma. She's had this for as long as I can remember. It's the cutest little thing, because it looks like just a window shutter, right? I'm gonna blur everything. But when you do like this, those are all of her friends' contacts. And it smells like my grandma. I just think it's the cutest idea. She had it sat next to her phone, her landline, and it was how she could remember who and how to call everyone. And it has their addresses and everything. Like, genius. So I'm going to remove the names and stuff, obviously, and keep it in my kitchen. I don't know if I'm going to put anything on it. It's just, like, nice to have and remind me of my grandma. And it matches my kitchen so nicely. If I can leave you guys with one bit of tea, gratitude is what makes the world so much lighter. And life is short. So please don't forget about the little things. and tell the people in your life that you love them. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys have gratitude lists, please leave them in the comment section below. Consider following me on my other socials. Leave a like, subscribe, drink some water, take your meds, eat some food, and tell people you love them. And I will see you guys very, very soon on the YouTube. Later, skaters. Let's be grateful together, friends. You guys really thought that that video was over, huh? I obviously filmed this favorites video about a month ago, and it took us this long to edit it because of other projects and other things going on in my life and my editor's life. So we have to add our April favorites to the video because it's now May when you're watching this. My bad. But let's talk about it. The biggest thing that has been a favorite for me this month has been chellateez. If you guys don't know, ateez performed at Coachella. They are the first boy K-pop group to be invited to Coachella. Huge. They made history. They killed it. Obviously couldn't go in person, and out of fear of losing my Twitch or YouTube account, I did not live stream reacting to it, but I did watch it with bestie Mara in a Discord call. Both weekends, we had so much fun. We treated it like a real concert. We waved around our light sticks and our fans and our stuffed animals and all that jazz. It was emotional. It was beautiful. I was so impressed. I was so proud. I did originally film us reacting to the first week, but when I found out that everybody's videos and accounts were getting removed for posting Coachella videos, I got too scared to post that on YouTube. But I do have to show you guys this clip because this is my raw reaction to my first time seeing Django and Cowboy Uno. No! What are you doing? You're fucking lying. That was crazy. That was crazy, Mara. Yeah, so I haven't recovered. I don't remember who I was before that moment. Or before seeing him in his week 2 outfit. God damn. The next thing on my list has been inspired by the fact that I've been experiencing some physical health issues that I don't really love talking about, so I probably won't until we get some answers for them. But it's really important to me to improve my physical health, so I've been working on that by getting 10,000 steps a day, trying to do it on my treadmill, and sometimes while I'm working, sometimes while just like watching Big Brother or some other reality TV show that I need to catch up on. I haven't successfully done it consecutively, but we have been doing it pretty much every other day since I started at the beginning of the month, so go me. I do think it's helping me feel physically better, but it's also making me so tired. I really need to get my endurance back. But I am proud of myself for sticking to it. I know I said this for the month before, but I have to add it to this month because I went to the Ren Faire like 3 more times, and guys, that is my home. That is my home away from home. That is my chosen family. Every time I'm there, I feel like everything that has stressed me out all year, everything that makes me feel unhappy, insecure, uncomfortable, I don't think about. I am my most comfortable when I am there, and I am surrounded by wonderful, wonderful people who are all there to just surround themselves with joy and love and be their weirdest, truest selves. And goddamn, do I love the fair. Also, like, I look cute in Ren Faire garb, right? Let me know. Also, when was the last time that you released your inhibitions and felt the rain on your skin? Because I did that last day of the fair. We got rained out and we danced in the rain, me and my pals. I didn't get a video of us dancing in the rain, but I did get these photos of me afterwards in my car when I was about to head home. Sometimes you really just gotta heal your inner child and forget how old you are and just remind yourself that the world is beautiful and nature is beautiful, and let the rain heal you. You know? There's 2 K-pop groups that are on my list because I discovered them via our like new music video release series that I've been doing, and that is gidle and Purple Kiss. I don't want you guys to get upset and be like, you've been listening to them without reacting to them. No, I've literally only been binging the songs that I've reacted to online. So it's BBB on loop by Purple Kiss, okay? I've watched every fucking performance of that song. Guys, I'm obsessed. I just love them. I love their vibes. They're so real, and I don't know, they just, something about them is just, it makes me feel seen and represented. I just really love Purple Kiss. And gidle, their vibes are immaculate. I cannot wait to deep dive into them more. They are badass, strong women. So cool. The little clips that I've seen of them on TikTok on my For You page, they're so funny. I don't know. I'm obsessed. I can't wait to learn more about these two groups. I did react to Yuki of gidle's 2 new music videos for her like solo album. I'm obsessed. Certified Freak? 10 days a week? I just realized that she's saying 10 days a week. 10 days a week. There's 7 days in a week. Why did I just get here? Anyways. Okay, and my last favorite thing in the month of April and in this entire video, I know, wild, can we believe that we're here? Bubble tea. Guys, I know bubble tea isn't for everyone. I know some people prefer traditional bubble tea. I know some people prefer popping bubble tea. It's all a preference, okay? But I have gotten it as much as possible this month. It's been my silly little treat. You know, it's been the thing that has gotten me through my worst days, okay? I am a popping bubble girly. There's a chain here in Austin that does popping coffee bubbles. There's another place here that does green apple and strawberry and mango. Those are all my favorites. It's really healing to just let yourself have the silly little drink, to say the silly little thing, to do the silly little thing. All these things are healing. And for me, getting the silly little drink has been really good for my mental health this month. Thank you guys so much for watching.